OTR drivers, keep your business rolling and your finances traveling toward a positive financial future. Make TaxesForTruckers.com your partner to handle the money side of things. Started by the daughter of a long-haul driver, TaxesForTruckers.com understands your business and can help you pay less taxes, keep your books, and track your finances, keeping you on the road towards your financial goals. And they're local in the Midwest, but available nationwide. Get started at TaxesForTruckers.com. That's taxes, the number 4, truckers.com.
Okay, round 2. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Have you ever threatened your kids by saying you're going to drop them off at a fire station?
Yes, I've also threatened my wife with that same thing, and it doesn't have the same effect. The wife kind of knows how to find her way home, so I can't just I can't threaten to leave her places when she's like, I know where we live. Like I'm not an animal that you're leaving out in the wild. But yes, I threaten that to everyone. In fact, people I don't even know, I threaten to leave them at I meet someone in the street and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna take you to a fire station and leave you there.
That's what I tell my kids all the time when they piss me off. But I think that the biggest problem about you leaving your wife somewhere, she probably wouldn't come back.
Oh yeah, I mean that's yes, yes. And you know why she wouldn't come back? Because when it comes to being a husband, I should be better at this, which is the name of the show. We should be better at this. I'm Eric. That's over there, Chris.
What's going on, man?
Across the airways. Hey, man, you're back in California. I'm out here. I don't know how the weather is out where you are, but I think we're having our one final day of freezing ass cold here. So it's really like hard nipples that could cut glass kind of a day. But then like all next week, it's like in the 70s. So I think this is it. This is like our last gasp of like cold.
Yeah, did the armadillo see its shadow or something in Texas? Is that what,
yeah,
is that what you guys do down
armadillo
there?
sees it shower. There's like 3 more weeks of like hail and gunfire.
Gunfire.
Yeah, no, it is. It's just really butt ass cold. I think it's like 15 degrees here right now.
Butt ass cold.
It's butt ass cold. But what's weird was like yesterday was pretty nice. It's one of those where it's just really freaking cold for like 1.5 days and whatever. And I'm also draining. So we had to drain the pool.
Freeze over?
Drain the pool, completely gone, empty out the water, and they acid washed it. And now we are filling back up the pool. Some interesting observations on that. First of all,
how do you wash a pool?
I ass wash it. You just rub your ass up against the side. Now it really hurts because of all the bumps and the texture in the with the pool. What do they call it?
Plaster.
Yeah, the plaster. The plaster was more like an ass blaster rather than plaster.
Plaster. Yeah, that's the name of my new company.
That's the name of your new company. No, it was just interesting. I had no idea how long it would take to drain a pool of its water. Like it was.
Would it take like a day?
Insanely long time. It took 2 days of having a pump thrown into the deep end of your pool. Pumping out water through a hose into like this outtake valve that you have to do because you can't do it to the sewer. I guess you get fined. So we had to put it this valve and you're just pumping it through a hose. And the guy goes, "Oh, I'll be back on Wednesday." And sure enough, he comes back on Wednesday. There was still water in it. He did this on Monday. Still water in it.
Just in the bottom,
but it was mostly gone. But yeah, it took basically 2.5 days to drain the pool.
Now your pool doesn't have a hole in the bottom. You just unplug it and the water just goes out of the bottom like a tub.
Chris, we don't have your Washington white trash pools where they're like outdoor pools built out of like a tea kettle above a fire pit.
Kettle.
Like the
what barrel mother effer.
A hillbilly hot tub. This isn't like where you lined the back of your Datsun Sidekick or Subaru Brat.
And Sidekick.
And, your Chevy Nova, we didn't line with a tarp and fill with water. The type of pools you had when you were a kid. This is like a real legitimate pool, you son of a bitch. No, it's they literally throw a pump in the bottom and it goes out through a hose and It just took a long. I'm thinking like, oh, this
Why?
will take like what, like 6 hours? This thing's empty. And the guy shook his head and he goes, "No way, dude." He goes, "This is
I'll
gonna
see you
take
Friday.
48 hours." Yeah. So he came back and then they started acid washing it. And it's funny, they literally put acid into you know when like the let's face it, Mexican gardeners come around and they spray like they have that backpack on that's like filled with liquid and they're doing like pest control spraying or they're doing
pest
like
control or like weed control.
yeah, like weed control. So basically this guy had to be like decked out in what looked like a hazmat suit so he wouldn't get acid on him. And then he had that backpack on it and it was filled with this acid and he's literally in the bottom of my pool, like when it's empty, just spraying that with one hand and then the other hand has a power washer and the power washer was then like just drilling all that stuff off and it would drain off. And anyway, so
That all sounded like sexual stuff you were talking about, actually.
yeah, right. So the pool has been filled with acid. So basically the Batman character Two-Face better not get anywhere near it or he'll burn the other side of his face. Yeah, nice callback there, right? It's being filled up with water as we speak. What's funny, fills up with water way faster than it drains with water. So it's almost done, actually. I think it'll be done by like in the next 2 or 3 hours. It'll be done filling back up. And I'm more worried about what the hell the water bill is going to be. Like, how much does it cost to fill up? Oh my God, I'm dreading I'm telling all my kids who already like, I house full of girls. I tell them, guys, can you not take 45-minute showers, please, for the love of Jesus? You know, like when you take a shower so long, it like uses up the entire hot water for the entire house. Like that's too long. And now I'm telling them, guys, I'm just going to be paying like $600 to fill this pool up with water. Like, please, can everyone take a military shower?
Well, I was gonna say when we got our pool put in, when they put the plaster in, you got to put the water in like immediately because it pushes the pressure against the plaster and lets it set and stuff.
Yeah. Pushes the pressure against the plaster. That also sounds like sex
sounds sexual.
It's very sexual. Chris, I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of a little turned on right now.
That's nasty. No, but we our water pressure at this house is archaic. Like I swear we don't have any.
It's just one guy on the other end of the hose blowing it.
Exactly. That's what it feels like. So we had to throw our hose in there, and the guy goes, "Oh, this is never gonna work." So we had to grab our neighbor's hose, who has hence moved, but they live next door. We grab their hose, run it over the fence or through the fence or whatever, put it in the pool. Man, their water pressure was like 10 times the size of ours.
Wow.
And
so what you're saying is
a lot of their water.
What are you saying, that your neighbor's hose is 10 times bigger than yours? Does your wife know this, or like
She
what's
does.
yeah?
And we didn't have to pay that water bill.
Does she comment all the time about the neighbor's hose is so much bigger and stronger, Chris?
Yeah, he does. She does. Whoa, he does. Whoa, what's going on here?
Hey, wait a minute. Watch out.
They move away. No, but yeah, it was kind of funny because then we're like, okay, well, tell us how much your bill is. And they're like, no, don't worry about it. And we're like, yeah, no, seriously. They said they didn't see a move in it, but I know there was a move in
bullshit. Yeah, dude. It's like $1 million. You live in a desert. I live in a desert. Like, this is all this isn't living in Washington where it rains so much. People are like, whatever, water's everywhere. It's free. Like,
I would say maybe he's right, just because he does have 3 girls in the house, just like you. Yeah. If they were gone for like a week of that month, the water might have just gone into the pool.
Yeah, no, I'm the cost of doing the acid wash is what it is. I didn't care about that. I'm worried about what the water is going to cost me, but it is what it is. We are also excited that starting next week, we're having a pool guy. So I'm going to actually have like a guy coming by weekly to take care of the pool. Yeah.
So your wife's got a boyfriend? Is that what you're saying?
No, I specifically asked for a pool girl. You ever notice how there's no pool girls? How come women don't get into the pool profession?
Because they're not stupid.
Yeah, I know, right? Because hey, I don't want to surround myself with toxic chemicals all day. Like women are smarter. I mean, Darwin, it's all a man thing. We're the ones that do stupid shit.
But what about but you're the one that works from home. So if you do have a pool girl, do you have a girlfriend now?
That's what I was hoping for. I was trying to get a girlfriend, but Jesus, I can't even get a pool girl. So I'm just going to hit on the pool guy.
Topless.
Well, I do remember in a little show that you could look up on the This Is Funner network called Bad Ideas. Chris had an idea about a LDX, Lap Dance Express, but it was also so that you could order other things. So like a lady comes over, does a topless maid, topless whatever. What about a topless pool girl?
That's that should be a thing already, and it probably is for really rich people.
Yeah.
But
Well,
we're
hey,
not
this
there
girl was
yet.
coming out there today. It's so cold; those nips would fall off.
Yeah,
It is
she turned
cold
around
out
and
here.
Cut all the windows.
Yeah,
in the
she's
little
like,
room.
"Sir, can I put my shirt on? I paid for the topless service, and damn it, I'm gonna get it. It's so cold, sir. Will you let me inside? No, and show me them titties.
My nipple just turned black.
I like it."
That's bad.
Yeah, and hey, I was
You
reading
need help.
on the old Twitter that you are doing a Taco Bell giveaway. What's all that about?
Well, yeah, I'm just kind of messing around. You know how Taco Bell has that taco pass? It's like $10 for a month of tacos, which is 30 days.
Yeah.
I go and get the taco and I give it to a homeless person because I'm not going to eat it all the time. I think I said it on my other podcast, Conversate with Us, that I did it and I had a taco like every 2-3 days. You know, I didn't have it every day, and my stomach was like,
I know. How do the Mexicans do it?
yeah. I don't even think it's the Mexicans. It's just the really trashy white people eat Taco Bell.
Well, really, your first mistake was eating Taco Bell. I
Well,
think that's like, what are you gonna do
$10
next?
for
Go to
30 tacos.
What are you gonna do next? Go to Applebee's? I mean, just to get the trifecta? I mean, what the
Right.
hell's the?
But I mean, think about it, $10, 30 tacos. That's, cheap. So I'm like, I'm going to take advantage of it. So like I have to drive and pick up my kid every day at 3. I just put in my order at Taco Bell, drive through, find a homeless person. They're not far.
Which is not hard to find. Right?
They're everywhere.
All you
And
do is
give it to
roll
'em.
down your window and hold out the taco, and a homeless man will just walk by and take it. Like,
Yeah. My question is though, are they getting mad at me? And am I making downtown Riverside more contaminated with everybody's diarrhea?
Oh, I'm sure there's there's already enough diarrhea in Riverside that I don't think that you're contributing to it that much.
But yeah, I was thinking about that. Like they're all gonna get the shits, and they're gonna be like, "Oh no, dude, I don't need a Taco
There's
Bell
gonna
anymore.
be-
Please don't get."
There's gonna be like Eyewitness 7, ABC News on the scene. We're here in Riverside where there seems to be an outbreak of dysentery. The streets are flooded with brown here, Fred. I'm out here and it is a storm of shit. We have no idea what's happening, but some horrible individual has been out giving Taco Bell to homeless people, and it is chaos out here as they're shitting their pants everywhere, Fred.
All right, let's talk to Bob. Bob is wearing a fully custom Taco Bell wrapper outfit. Bob, how you doing, Bob? Where'd you get the Taco Bell wrapper?
This is just my underwear. This is what I wear now. I'm more of a chalupa man, but I will
Chalupa.
eat a taco as needed. Russians! The damn Russians are controlling my brain. I'm sorry, man. I have mental issues.
Bring back the Mexican pizza.
Mexican pizza, or as we call it, tortillas with some cheese sprinkled on it.
Tostadas layered.
Taco
right, yeah,
Bell
no, but
just out here inventing shit. Like
I know.
they're not even like.
They just put they make a tortilla like hard or soft, and they put it around a different tortilla or a thicker tortilla, and they call it a crunch lupa cherry wrappa.
Yeah, like when even Mexican people are like, "Man, you gringos are just
Yeah.
inventing shit." Like, yeah.
Well, that's like Burger King. They're like, hey, look, we'll just put this round burger in this long bun and we'll call it the clock misser or something. They just like throw shit at the wall, see what sticks.
Or, hey guys, let's take chicken tenders, shave them into the shape like a pencil, and we'll call them chicken fries.
Ooh. Oh, wait. Then instead of ketchup, we'll do cheese. Because you know how people love to get fatter.
Oh my gosh.
No, but yeah, I'm doing that. I hope I'm helping. I've 3 days now. I'm gonna do it again today, so there'll be 4 days. I skipped one in the middle there. I didn't feel like doing it or something. I don't know. But yeah, might as well take advantage of it. It's $10. Even if I eat 2 of them on my own, that's pretty much paid for.
Yeah, eat 2 or 3 and it's paid for. So I would say,
Yeah.
it's cool that you're giving them away. I don't know if I
Right.
was in your neighborhood, I'd be super happy about you like attracting homeless. Because
Oh, no,
the
no, no,
homeless
no,
are
no,
like
no.
seagulls. If you feed one at the beach, 25 more show up.
I don't do it at my neighborhood, fool.
Do it in other people's neighborhoods.
I drive to downtown Riverside because that's where I have to drive through to pick up my kids. So it's like, you know what? I actually had a problem trying to find somebody the last time.
Really?
Yeah, but I was almost to my kid's school and I'm like, oh, there's a guy pushing a shopping cart. And then
you
I go,
the guy
hey,
goes-
you want a taco?
He's like,
And he goes,
"Is
dude,
it
I
from
just left
Taco Bell?"
Costco. F you.
Yeah. He's like, oh, gross. It's from Taco Bell. Never mind. I'd rather be homeless and starve.
He wasn't even homeless. I'm just asking a guy pushing a grocery cart. It was
He's like,
weird.
dude, I'm
because they
not
were-
homeless. I'm just shopping.
I know. I've actually gone around and I've been afraid to ask or offer to a couple people because I didn't want to like insult them thinking they were homeless, but they were just like tore up or something. That's me being PC, giving food to people in need. Yeah, I didn't want to call you homeless, so I let you starve.
Yeah. Hey,
right.
I want to talk to you about something. We were going to talk about it last week. We just never got around to it. But I've
Uh-oh.
been doing something kind of sneaky and shady that I find hilarious. And I know you do as well.
Cheating on your wife again?
No. But listen, the pool guy hasn't come yet, so I can't cheat on her yet.
Ching.
So I drove an electric car called a Hyundai Kona. It's a Kona EV. I drove it for a couple of years, had it as a lease. I got rid of my lease early because, well, my company's paying for a car and including the gas and insurance,
Which
and
you need
toll.
gas right now.
Yeah, and exactly. Like right now, I'm paying gas, or they're paying the gas for me, so I don't really care. So, so I got rid of my electric car because it helps save us money on the expenses, monthly expenses. And stuff like that.
Your daughter's college fund, so it helped that.
College fund? You mean Papa's drinking account?
No, your Vegas trip fund is what I'm talking about.
My Vegas trip fund, yeah. So I deleted everything from my phone. I had the app where you can open your doors and you could locate your vehicle and sound your horn, flash your lights, set off the alarm, start the climate control. I mean, the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I deleted everything or whatever. And then I get a call from Hyundai, even though I had turned in the car months ago, and they're saying, oh, the owner was complaining. They want this, and this. Can you give us any information about your car? I was kind of annoyed by that. Yeah. They reached out to literally say, like,
did you steal the steering wheel or something? Did you
No,
take
I
out
did
some
nothing.
seats?
I was totally legit because believe me, I was happy that they took the car off my hands because even though I love driving that car because it was fast and fun to drive,
You'd have been upside down.
dude, my car payments were like $600 a month. Like I this saved a ton of money by doing this. So I was totally happy to get rid of it. But I just was really annoyed at that. So the first thing I did was I re-downloaded the Hyundai app and everything was still signed in and I still had control of the car.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. So
Wait, hold on. Where's the car at?
So that's what's hilarious. The person who bought my car lives one city over
Oh shit.
from me. So I'm literally I'm probably within 5 miles of where this person lives. I know where they work. They work at a large college out here in the Fort Worth area.
It's a professor.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm thinking. So it's got to be a professor that works the
Dude.
college. And they always park in the same parking lot, so I know it's like a staff member because when I do the locate my vehicle, I could see it parked at this college. So
You mean locate his vehicle?
yeah. So here's what I've been doing. Listen, I'm a vindictive fucker, but I'm into hilarity and comedy, and I'm also into it. I don't care if anyone else finds it funny. I mean, I think that's what most people don't realize is if you think I'm doing this because I want other people to laugh, frankly, I don't give a shit. It makes me laugh, and that's all I care about. So I
That's
did
how most of my jokes are actually formed.
that exact same thing, right? So a couple of things. So I've been my goal is I'm going to torture this person every day for about 2.5 weeks. Then I'm going to stop and not do it for weeks, and then like start up again because I'm trying to drive this person insane.
You're like the people that live in the bottom of the house in that movie Parasite where they flip that light on.
Yes. So what I'm doing is I'm every morning as I'm sitting on the toilet, as one does where you're going through your phone, I go on there and I turn on the horns and I wait a couple of minutes. And then I turn on the lights and I flash those. And then I wait a few minutes and then I turn on the alarm. This person always starts their climate control every morning because I get the alert on my phone. The climate control has been turned on because they're trying to warm up their car.
You turn it to cold?
I turn it to cold when it's really freaking freezing outside. It's like 12 degrees and I'm like, air conditioning on. So then I did one where I saw that they were parked in the Target parking lot that is just a couple of blocks from my house, like a mile from my house. So I went in there, I pulled into the parking lot. I saw the car there. Now I really wanted to videotape this, but I can't do it on my phone and, control the app
at the
and
same
do the
time.
videotaping.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to bring my daughter along, which let's table this one. Ask me if this is contributing to the delinquency of a minor. I don't know if I'm in trouble for this, but I'm going to bring Audrey along to see if she can videotape while I do this. But here's what I did when this person was at Target. I set off the horn. So they came running out of Target. They ran out of Target to get it. I'm giggling. I'm parked like 100 yards away, pointed at the car. And I'm laughing my ass off. And they go out there and they turn it off. And you can tell they're really frustrated because remember, it's been going off nonstop.
Yeah, like
randomly.
I'm surprised they haven't taken the car back yet, honestly.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I'm sure. I want to see it parked at a dealership one time where I know he's like, what the fuck is wrong with this car? So what I did is, so he came out there, he hit the button, turned it off. He goes back inside the Target. And I wait till he gets about, 30 steps away. And then I started flashing the lights. And he turns around, he throws his hands up in the air like, what the F? And comes back and like hits the button again. And he's like staring at the car. And then he walks away. And I started just hitting the unlock lock button over. And so I know he was hearing it click, 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 click. And he goes back and he's looking at the car and he's really confused, everything like that. And I'm laughing my ass off. And he goes back inside. And I think I've had enough fun for the day. But I'm going to continue to do this.
Oh, please do.
I have some questions.
Okay.
Number one. If I involve my daughter in this, is this something illegal that I can get in trouble for? That's part one.
Illegal?
Well, if a cop, like, am I being a bad father or a good father? That's really what I want to know.
Well,
if
you've never really been a good father.
Excellent point. But I do have intentions to start.
Well, no, you don't. And she is an accomplice once you take her along.
Okay, she is an accomplice.
You won't get caught though. He will figure it out. They will figure it out eventually.
I think at some point they're going to say, "Sir, the person who had your vehicle before is controlling your car." But then they have my address, so is a cop going to show up at my door, like knock, knock, knock? Hello, sir.
What if he shows up? What if he shows up? Dude, you're going to be another Netflix series where he shows up after you torturing him for months and months, and he just walks up. You open the door. Can I help you? He shoots you right in the face.
Okay, so wait a minute. This is a side tangent for a second. Hold on. So when we still lived in Southern California, this is just a few months before we left. A knock was at the door, and this is nighttime. We were all sitting in our little living room watching TV, and there's a knock on the door, and it's like 7 p.m. or something like that, and we definitely weren't expecting anyone. I'm like, who the hell is this? And I peek out the people, and it's a cop.
Oh.
And I'm like, this is interesting. All right, so I open up the door. Yes, officer.
You open the door. You didn't go, Mo, quick, get the door. I gotta go.
Yeah, I'm going off the back. You've never even heard of me before. By the way, my name is Richard Lancet, and I am from Portugal. I open the door and I say, "Officer, can I help you?" And he goes, "Listen, I'm inquiring about a road rage incident."
Whoa.
Where, do you drive, a Hyundai Tucson? Well, the Hyundai is my wife's car.
Oh,
and I said, "No, sir, I drive the Hyundai Kona." He goes, "So that Tucson out in the driveway isn't yours?" I said, "No, that's my wife's." He goes, "Well, does your wife ever drive down to the Anaheim area?" I say, "No, never. Like we're never in that area. I go to that area sometimes, but never her." And he's asking all these questions. He describes an incident where someone was tormented by someone in a car who was angry at them. And this person in the car kept circling around them. So they would go to the right side, speed up, get in front of them, slam on the brakes, go to the left of them, yell at them, then pull behind them, like literally doing like a circle around them as on the 5 freeway, just like cursing them out, yelling things at them, throwing things out their window, what have you.
Maybe they were just trying to get their attention because they left their gas tank open.
Yeah, well, no. So he goes, "Well, I would like you to maybe come down to the station and answer some questions." I say, "Officer, I don't go down to that area. We don't live in that area. And I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm not going to come down and answer questions because we're not involved in this at all. So I respectfully am going to have to say good day." And you could see that there was like a look of perplexion on his face. And I said, "Am I under arrest for anything?" "No." "Okay, well, officer, I'm going to go ahead and politely decline, but I thank you for your day and I wish you good luck in your endeavors," that kind of thing. And I close the door.
And then your wife's like, "I totally did it.
I close the door and Audrey and Josephine goes, "Dad, well, they were kind of shocked that I told an officer no." Yeah. And my wife goes, "Yeah, what was that about?" I'm all, "Oh, that was me. I totally did that. When I borrowed your car one day and I was driving down to Anaheim, I said, this guy cut me off and then he threw something out the window at me. It was like a cup and he threw it at me even though he cut me off. I'm like, hey, fucker, I got nothing else to do today." So I followed him on the freeway for like 10 miles. I went way out of my way. I followed him and I literally just kept circling around the guy on the freeway and I started throwing shit out of my car. I was like loose change and whatever, screaming at him. And I said, "So yeah, I totally did everything the officer described." And she goes, "And you just lied to an officer?" I said, "Well, yeah, Like I'm shocked that you were surprised that I totally just lied to the officer. Like, yes, I 100% did that, and I did it in your car, and I'm sorry about that. But it was just hilarious because the officer goes, well, does your wife? And by the way, I told her, I said, Monique, I never technically lied to the officer. He asked, does your wife drive in that area? He didn't put two and two together and assume that I could possibly by chance drive my wife's
Drive the car, right?
I said, my wife never goes down to the area, has no reason to be in the area. And I even looked to Monique. Monique, were you down in the area at that time? No. Great. So officer, it looks like maybe you have the wrong person or the person got the license plate wrong, but whatever. Like I never said like that, oh yeah, I drive my wife's car and I didn't do a thing or anything like that. I literally just said, well, my wife never goes in that area. So
basically the guy you were terrorizing got your license plate number, called it in, and they came to your house, and then they asked you to go down to the police station
to give a statement so that they can write it down. And I said, no, your statement basically is that I said I had nothing to do with this. I don't go down to the area. And now if they would have done any research at all, they would have found out that I work in the city of Anaheim.
Seriously.
Like when I say we have no reason to go to that area, it's like except for the fact that I work there. And I said I drive a totally different car. That's my wife's vehicle. And then he started asking about my wife. And so that tells me that the person couldn't tell like who was in the car, screaming at me, guy, girl. Anyways, so that's a side.
That means you look like a chick.
Yeah. So well, I have been getting fatter, so my boobs are coming in.
Is that the term? Is that
that's coming in? My man boobs, my moobs.
Well, that's hilarious because now the cops from California are looking for you.
Yeah,
and this guy that owns the car.
Listen. Let's be real up front here. Let's have real talk for a minute. The cops are looking for me in the state of California, but that road rage incident is the least of why they're looking.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, listen, if you added up my rap sheet over like a good 25-year span, like torturing someone on the freeway is like number 37 on my list. Like it's way down there.
Oh yeah, I agree with you on that. But
so anyways, I'm going to continue to torture this guy with this vehicle, either until I get caught or I get assaulted with a baseball bat. I might get bored of it one day and just give up and delete the app and never do it again for the guy. But I'm having a lot of fun imagining that this guy's having like this miserable
nervous
time trying to figure out and a nervous breakdown about it. I did find out that you can't set these things off while he's driving the vehicle because I thought it would be really funny to set off the alarm and the lights while he's driving. So I saw that he was driving the vehicle based on the locate vehicle thing because I saw he was on the freeway. I'm like, I'm going to turn on the lights and the horn and the alarm. And it said, I got the response back message saying, you cannot do this while the vehicle is in motion. Like, shit.
Like, damn it, it's in drive. That's funny. You're going to be either killed.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Or you're going to be going to jail for manslaughter when he kills his whole family.
What if he's just like starts beating his wife, accusing her of doing?
Oh, he already does that. He's Texan.
Yeah, he's a Texan. He's probably already doing that anyways. Yeah. Or like, yeah, I think it's going to be hilarious. I also am really, really tempted. So here's another thing I can do that now this would be stealing and I definitely can go to jail for this. I think what I'm doing right now is a practical joke and can be construed as that.
Until someone gets hurt.
I did contemplate for a moment. Now I don't want to do this because it would definitely up the ante here a little too much. But I did think about when I see the guy at Target and he's just a few blocks away, going there, waiting until he goes into Target, I can open the door and remote start the vehicle. So I thought about getting in and driving the vehicle to like
different parking spot,
like not just a different parking spot, like 5 stores away, like.
No, that's stolen.
Like,
then.
No, like 100, like 500 yards away, way over there, and then parking it, and then locking it up and putting it all back to normal, and then sitting there and waiting for him to come out and get really confused, and then find the car, and then figure out, wait, how did my car get over?
Yeah, you got to make it so it's close enough so he can see it from where he parked it. So he's like, wait, no, I swear to God, I parked it here.
If you're going to have the thrill of doing this, you kind of want to go big. I mean, I guess, I don't know. I haven't decided if I went willing to go that far.
I'd park it just
to go to jail.
I'd park it just on the other side of the lane he's in. Can you imagine? He just walks out like, no, I parked.
Or wait. Let's say he pulls in frontwards. I take the car and I back it in so that he comes out and goes, I didn't back the car.
Just something simple where he's like, what?
Or like change
No.
and then change all the seat positions, like have the seat
Right.
like all the way back, like a 7-foot tall guy.
Turn the
did it.
wipers on, put the music really loud,
Yeah,
have the
yeah.
flashers going.
Yeah.
And then hide in the back of the car. And when he gets in there, strangle him and take his wallet. Oh, wait.
Yes, I like this idea. I also thought, like, do I leave a note in his car and say I'm banging your wife or something like that? Or like, I don't know. That could be
Wow, that would definitely get you manslaughter.
yeah, that could.
Yeah, he'd probably go home and kill her. And then he'd be like, I'm not married.
Damn it.
Which is quite funny. Hey, I wanted to ask you a question.
Yeah, man.
Beside, your car being tortured, you went and saw Old People last night.
I went and saw Old People last night.
Yeah, and I saw your
Especially-
pictures, which makes me kind of wonder how the app for the car works on your phone if the pictures are that fucking bad that come on.
You know, it was really low light in there, and so yeah, all the pictures were really grainy.
horrible.
Yeah,
But
they
you
were
went and
horrible.
saw Dylan.
Bob Dylan. Yes, I went and saw Bob Dylan, who's 81 years old.
Wow.
I had a few observations. Number one, okay,
He's
here's what's
81.
Yeah, he's 81. Here's a couple of observations. Number one, the concert was oddly, and you know how artists are, right? Oddly,
Yeah.
very, very prompt. This concert started at 8 p.m. on the nose. I mean, I'm talking 7:59, no music. 8 p.m. curtains up, the band's playing. No opening
What, 8 p-
band, no nothing.
8 p.m. Eastern? Was
8
it
p.m.
like a
my
lunch
time.
special?
No, 8 p.m. Central Time, which is where I'm at. So the curtain goes up at 8 p.m. on the nose, and the band's already playing. No opening band. The concert goes, the curtains go down at 9:30. Only played for an hour and a half. At 9:30, the curtains go down. Or so, I'm sorry, not curtains go down. They stand out. He goes, "Thank you very much." Walks off stage. Everyone's clapping. Encore, encore, clapping, clapping, clapping. Then the lights come on. And the curtains in the back. So there's two sets of curtains, the front curtains that the audience sees and then the back curtains,
Yeah.
which hides backstage from everyone. Those curtains go up. There are already semi trucks backed up to the loading dock that you could see. There were already loading equipment. Monique and I hadn't even walked out of the aisle yet where we were sitting. And the crew was already loading things on a truck and they were gone. And Monique goes, "I love this concert. Bob Dylan has the same bedtime I do." Like she was all excited. She goes, "I'm going to actually get to go home and like take a shower and go to bed at a reasonable time. This worked out great."
I was going to say, did you all get on the bus to Leisure World after it was over?
Well, that's the thing. It's like, so he's so old. He was probably like, looked at his watch. He goes, "And I'm done." Like he only had so much energy. And he's like, and because like, you go to a concert, you think you're going to get home at 11 or midnight or whatever. And it was like 10 p.m. And we were like walking in and setting our stuff down in the kitchen and going, "Dude, this is like a normal night. Like everything, this is great. This worked out great." So that was first observation. Second observation, obviously, mostly older people at the show, obviously for obvious reasons. A few younger people that are just really into music and wanted to see a legend before he dies, but it was mainly old people. Here's an observation I have about old people. They want to use the flash on their cameras. They want to use the flash on the cameras so bad because throughout this entire concert, just constantly people trying to take photos or video and you see their flash going off and then they get really embarrassed and they try and hide their phone. But it was like, you could tell it was old people because no one under the age of like 62 uses the flash on their camera, like ever.
No, and it's kind of
Like
funny
when was the last
because
time you used a flash to take a photo?
I don't even know how to turn it on.
That's what I'm
girl.
saying. Yes, and so the fact that it was like, and I'm talking like I made this comment to Monique like about 3 songs in. I'm like, "Look how many flashes are people trying to take photos. It's all old people." And she laughed. And then it kept going and kept going. And then like 5 songs later, she turns to me and goes, "Okay, this is absurd. Do they not know how to use a camera?" Like it was to the point where it was distracting. All these people, and then people were doing it near us. And you could hear them get embarrassed. They would take a photo and they go, "Oh shoot, dang it!" And they'd like put their phone down because they didn't want the light to show. And I'm like, "How are you guys literally all incapable of taking photos?"
Well, I mean, after they took the photo, did you hear that to recharge
had
to
to
take the
wind
film
it.
back over to the next one?
No, it was pretty funny though, just watching all of them try to take flash videos. And then
Oh,
the
this is
other-
fun. This is fun. Okay, this happened last night in the middle of the night at my house.
Oh no, it always
the
happens
alarms.
at nighttime, right?
Oh yeah, of course. And then it happened about an hour ago.
Uh-oh, what are you doing?
But
Is it
it's-
carbon monoxide?
No, it's I don't know what the hell it is, honestly. But hold on a second. I have to go turn off an alarm. think it's that one. So we might have to get a 9-volt. Talk about real life problems. Holy shit.
Know, right. Yeah.
Like, why can't they fix that?
We had a problem with that exact same thing. And I read on the bottom that like 3 beeps on ours means carbon monoxide. Constant beeping was fire or something like that. And anyways, we just wound up buying an entire new one. And then since then we haven't had a problem. Like we
had a brand new one installed.
Oh,
When we had the kitchen put in like 3 or 4 years ago. So it's a whole brand new system. It's just one battery. Like one battery is dead or low. And I think I just found the one where it was at. But either way, whatever. It's just a pain in the ass because like you said, it always goes off in the middle of the night.
It never goes off at 2 p.m. It always goes off at 2 a.m.
And it's the most annoying noise, which I understand to wake you up to get you out of the house because it's on fire. But when you're trying to find the one damn fire alarm in the 5 that are within about a 7-foot radius that's making that noise, it's fucking impossible.
I never noticed they designed it so that it like has an echo to it, so you really can't tell. Like you could be standing right underneath the one that's beeping, and you can't tell if it's that one or the one down the hall.
Yeah, no, when I first moved in here, we did a bunch of remodeling. The guy had like fire alarms everywhere. I had them in a pile, and one started going off, and I didn't know which one it was. So I'm looking for it, and it didn't matter which one I was holding. They all sounded like they were going off. So I had to grab one, set it across the room, listen for the beep, and go, okay, that's not that one. Grab the next one, set it across the room, and try to do that to get the damn one that was going. Jesus. It was a pain. So by the way, I used a hammer. I couldn't find it. I just broke them all. Yeah.
Nice.
I know it was worth it. I felt better after, but yeah, you went and saw Dylan at Leisure World, and he was
watched all people try to take photos with a flash. And then the last thing I saw was
the Flash was there. Was Batman there too?
Yes, the Batman. So that means the show was 4.5 hours long.
Here you go. Let me see if this works. That the noise you heard?
Yeah.
When they were taking pictures.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Here, hold on, got a couple more. Yeah, that was the noise you heard all night long. Where's the one where it's like, we're gonna wind it?
That's like a Polaroid. Yeah, they weren't that old.
Whoa, that one is on crack. Did you ever all you're hearing all night long was a Polaroid?
Yeah, so it was cool to see kind of the legend. I mean, obviously the guy's like a million years old and way past when he could perform, but you know, you see a guy before he dies, he's a legend. But anyways, super fun. Glad to go out. Glad to be able to just go.
Just you and the wife?
Concerts. Yeah, just me and the wife, man. We're just this is the year of the concerts for us. We're just gonna go to as many concerts as possible, big and medium size, and just like enjoy being able to go out and do shit, man. COVID made me realize that at any moment the government can just like take a bunch of stuff away from you, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm gonna enjoy it while I can and go to concerts.
Okay. Well, I am gonna hang up on you now because I have to go use a hammer on a fire alarm. Yes. So go to thisisfunner.com and find out what else I break on my other podcasts. And I got to get the hell out of here. Say goodbye, would you?
Bye.
I do. Later.
With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.